Okay, turn 10. The start out with, we've got 4 campaign points. I made a mistake last time counting my points, and I actually have 0 banked mission points instead of -1. And so let's go ahead and roll for the last weather. 4 light clouds. Thank goodness. This fog has been brutal this campaign. All right. Oh, wonderful. Air raid home airfield. Begin with 3 aircraft flying cap over the airfield. Roll on C1 to determine the Soviet squadron, and then 1d6 plus 2 Soviets. Only 3 fighters on cap. Roll for the B3. Prior to each round remaining, undamaged, unfriendly aircraft must roll a 5 or greater to take off. If successful, use that for their initiative placement. Okay. So now I've got to decide what 3 aircraft I want to take. These guys landed in the cauldron, my ace and veteran, so that's not going to help. My other veteran is damaged, so I can't use him. So I've got to decide if I want. I could take like these 3 and make sure they're for sure airborne, and then these guys would have the best chance to take off. Or since fighters can't, non-human fighters won't attack the airfield, these guys will be safe on the ground. So I think I'll take these 3. And based upon the dogfight cards that I have, I've got 2 wingman cards, so I think I'm going to fly one of my guys with a wingman. I think I'll have him fly with a wingman. And that'll be my 3 to begin. So we'll roll for our Soviets. Soviet squadron is 5 and 1d6 plus 2. So 5 and 1d6 plus 2 for 6 Soviets. So let me draw those and I'll be right back. All right, so I drew my Soviets. I got 2 aces, a veteran, 2 greens, and I got a wingman for both are experienced. And then I rolled for surprise. I played my premonition card to get a +3, but it didn't matter because I got a 10, so I got a 13, so I get a +2 on my experience or my initiative placement. I rolled horrifically for the Soviets, so the +2 didn't really even matter because my guys rolled great. So we get to start. I don't have any offensive guys, so we're just going to go ahead and attack the first guy on the list because I don't want to be attacked. Oh, first thing I need to do is see if my 2 guys will take off. So I'll roll for my 8. He's got to roll a 5 or greater. Nope, he doesn't take off. And our other guy, nope, he doesn't take off. And that, I don't really care about that because they're safer on the ground. All right, so he's going to come attack this guy right here. 8, 2 hits, using a B. 3, 6, shot down. Doesn't really matter if he bails out or not because he's green, and this is the first time we've seen lag 3s. And that's Lucian's first victory of the That's this guy's first victory. And he's done. And he's going to come down and attack the ace. 3, miss. All right. Round 2. We'll roll for our Soviet aces. 11 and 5 is 16. That's dangerous. 10 and 5 is 15. That's dangerous. Great. Veteran. 4, 5, 9. Experienced. 4, 5, 9. And 3, 5, 8. So I'll roll for my green pilot, see if he takes off. 5, yep. 5 and 7, 12. I did not want him to take off, but now he's a target. Alright, roll for our other guy. Oh, 8 and 7, 15. So he's airborne. Could have used those guys not to get in the game. Alright. 2, 9. That was bad. 7, 14. Alright, shoes on the other foot here. Round 2. There's no one damaged, so he's going to go after the very first guy. 16, 15. He is going to go into a split S. If he beats him, it goes to action. No attack, and the attacker goes to action taker. The defender goes to break off. If we fail, he gets a second attack at -2, and we both break off. So getting that ace out of the combat would be worth it. So let's go ahead and see what happens here. So it fails. So he's going to end up, both of them are going to end up breaking off. Just depends if my guy survives or not. So the first attack, 2 hits. Using a bead. Great. 2, 5. Roll against a 5. 2. It's damaged. Alright, second attack, -2. 4, 2, miss. So he's in break off, and he's in break off. So they're out of the fight, which is good. Even though my guy got damaged, took their ace out of the fight. All right. So he's coming here. And I've got these cards, I might as well use them. It's 1 or less, so Hironi Kirme, or Hinari Komi. Players may attack the enemy with a +1 to hit, and he doesn't counterattack. We both go to action taken. If I fail, I don't get attack, and he gets a second attack with -2. All right, so 10 against 12. Three is not in good shape. 2! Oh! So I get 1 attack with +1, and we both go to action taken. 10, 2 hits, using a B. Turnabout. And he's wounded. 2, 5. Two is flipped. Man, that was fantastic. You don't go with the -1, doesn't make it a critical hit. All right. Green pilot is going to come down, and there's this guy doesn't give any bonus, so I can attack. Let's go ahead and attack the wingman. Not that he's going to hit. The experience gives no advantage. Miss. He's done. So now if he attacks here, he's going to get attacked twice. So let's go ahead and use our defensive split. What do we have here? Experienced. No. Let's go ahead and do this thatch weave. 2 or less. So we're in the same square, so that's fine. Success, the wingman gets a shot at the attacker prior to the attacker's shot with a +1 to hit. The enemy gets... So what'll happen is if I succeed, he gets a shot at him, and then these two go head-to-head. If I fail, the enemy gets their normal attack against him and a second attack against him at -2. After the 2 attacks, the wingman gets a normal attack. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll roll to see if I succeed. 10, 1, yes, so I say succeed. So the wingman gets a shot at the attacker. 6, 1 hit. He's going to be 2. Roll against a 2. 2 is flipped. Now they do their normal head-to-head. Miss, miss. And we're done. All right. On to round 3. This is a demonstration in Dogfight cards. All right, he's only got the 4 left, so we'll start out with his ace. 2 becomes a 1, so 5. 9, 5, 14. 2, 5, 7. And 5 and 4 is 9. Okay. So we will roll for our green pilot. 2, 7, 9. And our 2 veterans. 2, 7, 9. 5 and 7 is 12. Dang, we could have really used freedom of action because this would like to get this guy. All right, so they start out first. So he's coming down to attack the wingman at a -1. 10 gives our guy a -1. 2, miss. He's done. He's going to come down and attack this ace, or veteran. 10, 2 hits. Using a B. 3, 6, 8. Roll against an 8. 4, shot down. Roll for bailout. He bails out. Evade. Nope. Captured. Another couple points. So F gets a victory. Second victory. All right, he's done. So, darn it, I would have liked to have got that ace, but we're going to do what we can do. 10, 2 hits, using a B. Two, 4. Roll against a 4. 1, flipped. Draw another B. 2, 6, shot down. Oh my goodness. So E gets a victory. And that is his second victory. All right, and this experience, or this green pilot gets a chance at the ace. Miss. He's done. And the weather is fine. So these guys all land safely. Let's roll for his landing. Three becomes a 2, which means he's safe. So it's -1 mission point for that. So let's grab everything back and we'll count up some points. All right, so we get -1 mission point for our damaged aircraft. And then we score 1 for this damaged aircraft, so that brings us back to 0. And then we get 2, 4, 6, 8. +8 mission points. Of which with 1 we're going to buy a campaign point. Takes us to 5. We'll repair our 2 aircraft. Which will bring us to 5 mission points. Which doesn't really matter. Draw our dogfight cards. Himmelman. Actually, I'm not going to waste my time drawing the dogfight cards. I'm curious what the post-mission card would be. And that ends up being the end of this mission and end of the campaign. So let me just get something and I'll be right back. Okay, it ends up being a Romanian minor victory, and we would go to our playbook and we would read what the CO writes in red, the XO writes in green. Basically, we're going to go a redeployment to Bucharest in support of air defense in Transylvania. And there's a bunch of details in there. So that worked out pretty well. There's a victory message for every major defeat, minor defeat, draw, minor victory, major victory for every squadron. My guys ended up with 4 victories being the highest. Got a couple guys with 3, a couple guys with 2. We ended up going through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 pilots in this for our 10 missions, so it was relatively costly. We got to see the dogfight cards, how important those were, how weather played a big difference. Saw a huge difference in where combat took place on the map of the Romanians versus the Germans. So I thought it was a pretty fun and informative campaign. I've decided I probably won't go with these. I'm going to probably lessen the cost for some of the other things of purchasing other aircraft, be it the Ju-88s or the JBOs, the 109 JBOs, or the HS123s, the HS129s, or some of the other named aces, bring them into play. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. Really fun campaign. In-flight event cards played a part. Got to use our post-mission cards. So that's all I've got for now. Thanks.